Okay, cool. So you are going to be doing 4 different AMRAPs, guys, and they're going to consist of, number 1, we're going to have front raise with our kettlebell. So that's 2 hands if the kettlebell is a heavy one. So we're going to set our shoulders back, soften our knees, stick our butt out, engage our core as a nice base. We're going to have the bell in front of our hips, and we're going to raise it up in front and then back down. If it's a light enough kettlebell, you can put 1 hand behind your back and you can go single hand raise. But the aim is to keep the shoulder folded back and the abs tight. After that, we're then going to go into a halo rotation, over and back, over and back. So every time you do a rotation, the head is 1 rep. And then after that, it's going to be a single arm press, 8 on the right, and then a single arm press, 8 on the left. And then we're back into our front raise again. All right, so that's going to be 10 minutes long, 8 on everything. And then after that, we're going to go into another AMRAP. Let me just move this down out of the way so you guys can see. We're going to go a wall sit, okay, with supine grip press. Okay, so supine grip basically just means your grip is where your palm is facing the sky. Okay, so bicep curl is a supine grip, supinated grip. So you're going to do a wall sit. So we're going to sit against the wall, shoulders back, chest out, get ourselves in a nice wall sit position. We're going to have the kettlebell or dumbbell in, palm facing the body, and we're going to punch the sky. Okay, so we're looking to get the isometric hold in the squat and then our overhead press. After that, we're going to go lateral step up. So we're then going to stand side on to a chair, and it's going to be a lateral, so basically sideways step. So we're going to hold the bell on the shoulder. Foot is up and you're laterally stepping up and back down. So we're not stepping up forward, we're staying up to the side. And then it's a wall sit with a press on the left and a lateral step up on the left. And it's 10 minutes and we're adding 2 reps to every exercise, of the exercises every round. After that, we're going to go into a third AMRAP and it's going to be 8 minutes long. It's a lying knee to elbow on the floor. Hold on to the chair, draw your 2 knees up to your elbows and then straighten out the legs again. And then we're going to go high plank on the floor and then up high plank on the chair and then back down high plank on the floor. So the aim there is you're going up nice and high with the knees off the floor where possible. Then we're going to go lying oblique knee to elbow. So you're back into the knee to elbow, but this time both knees go to 1 elbow and then back out and then back to the other elbow and back out and then into the plank position again. And we're going to go shoulder taps. All right, so it's 8 reps, 8 minutes, continuous, as many rounds as possible. And then the cherry on top is 2 lunge throughs. So nail your left foot to the floor, lunge forward 1, lunge back 1, lunge forward 2, lunge back 2. Then move on to the next exercise, which is high plank to low plank to high plank to low plank. And then prone T-Y, so on your stomach, arms out, thumbs up to the sky. That's your T, into a Y, that's your Y. And then we go back, T and Y. And then we go back through that again, but we increase by 2 reps on everything. All right, and after that, it's high fives all around if we can still raise our hand. And home in time for tea and medals. All right, so if you have any questions, shout at me during the warm-up. Otherwise, we'll get going. All right, so get yourselves on your backs. If you have any stuff in the way and you don't want to kick it, just move it out of the way. We're going to go arms on the floor, crucifix, shoulder blades down, raise a leg up and across, and then back down. So we're looking to twist the spine as much as possible, and we don't let the shoulder blades come off the floor. We keep those shoulder blades down, and it's the height of the leg in proximity to the floor is governed by the shoulder blades remaining in contact. We're going to get a few clicks and cracks on the back. That's okay. It's just the ligaments around the vertebrae returning back to their normal resting position. Okay, we're going to go into bridging now. So we're now going to bend our knees, drive the floor away through the heels. That's it, just activating those hamstrings and glutes and getting a bit of a stretch on the quad and the hip flexor on each side. So we get our hips as high as possible, driving through those heels. And let's take 1 leg off the floor and keep going through the other heel. And then after about 3 or 4 reps, we change other side. Just get that posterior working for us. Good, every 3 or 4 reps, just switch sides. That's the one. And then the last one, you're going to raise your heels off the floor so your knees are 90 degrees. Keep your arms crucifix and just collapse your legs to one side and then up and across and collapse to the other side. So again, we're keeping that twist going, but this time we're just increasing the amount of resistance through the twist with both legs. And keep those shoulder blades down, and you'll start to feel your abs coming into play now as well as we draw those knees back up to center. Okay, a few more. And then we're into the plank position. So let's get into the high plank. We're going to bring our right foot forward and plant it beside our right hand. You can put your left knee on the floor. Big arm rotation with the right hand, up and around, twist the spine. And then as you come down, keep going through, under the body, out the other side. Try and get that hand past your elbow, and then open up again. So we're keeping that twist theme going, but we're also getting a nice stretch on the hip flexor and hamstring. So we've done 3 on the right arm, we change feet, and we do 3 on the left arm. That's a big rotation, sky reach on the left arm, and then down under past the right elbow, and again, big rotation. Every 3 we change between left and right, and get that foot as far forward as possible. Get as much of a rotate, or get as much of a hip flexor stretch as we can. Oh, that's it. That's the one. Okay, back into the high plank position. Get yourselves nice and wide on the feet. So we're going to walk our hands in, and when you walk in, you're going to sit yourself down into a squat. And you're going to push your knees out with your elbows, hook your fingers under your toes, raise your hips as high as you can, and then sit yourself down as low as you can. So Russian baby makers. Hips high, 3 seconds at the top, and then hips low, 3 seconds at the bottom. And keeping the soles of those feet on the floor, using the elbows to keep the knees pushed out to the side. And you can shift your weight from left foot to right foot very slightly, just to exaggerate the hamstring stretch and the stretch on the lower back, just that little bit more on each side. Personally, I'm a lot tighter on my right hamstring and right glute than I am on my left. So I always try and isolate that just a little bit more. That's the one. Okay, up you come. You're going to go into lunges. Remember, we lunge like we're on train tracks. We keep that gap, and we alternate between left and right. And remember, as you push that floor away to the sole of your foot, you squeeze those abs. Taking our time. Okay, so we got our first AMRAP coming up, and that's starting in a few seconds. So get yourself sorted, get your kettlebell ready. So remember, it's a front raise for 8 reps, then it's a halo for 8 reps, then it's a press, each side 8 and 8, continuously 10 minutes. It's not crazy high tempo. It's crazy on the posture, crazy on the technique. Okay, so if you have any questions, shout at me now. Otherwise, we're going to lash a few tunes on, and we're going to get going in 10 seconds. All right, 10-second countdown. Front raise is your first one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Set your shoulders back, brace the abs, raise up in front with a straight arm. All the lever dictates, the longer the lever, the more force you're going to impart on the fulcrum, and that happens to be your abs and shoulders. Control the descent. This is as much an ab exercise as it is an arm and shoulder exercise. And once you finish your 8 raises, it's 8 rotations. So it's 4 in one direction, 4 in the other. Our feet together because we want to make ourselves as unstable as possible. Therefore, the abs have to kick in and help you. I've completely lost count of 8 reps. I'm just going to eyeball it. When you're finished your 8 reps, maintain those feet close to each other as you squeeze your abs and you punch the sky. And it's all about full range of movement. Slow, controlled reps. Emphasis on getting that elbow as close to the ribs as possible on the way down. Squeeze the abs for stability and something that'll give you something to push from other than the floor. As you finish your press on the right and left, your back, your front raises. Oh, you feeling that in the shoulders? Remember, it's all about control. You should be in control at all times. Oh, man. So we're 3 minutes in, 7 to go. And if you're gonna take a breather, try and keep it to a minimum. Those shoulders will already be feeling it. Oh. Whew. 6.5 to go. I'm at the point now I'm taking about 5-10 seconds at the end of every set. Oh. Oh. Whew. Keep that going. Tunes will kick back in now in a second, hopefully. Good stuff. We're coming up on halfway. Just investigate those tunes. There we go. 4.5 to go. Moving. Controlled reps. Minutes to go. It's getting very heavy. Whew. About 3 minutes. Trying to hit a bit of a wall. Gotta stay switched on. Focus on your movements. Done this session right so far. We're gonna have to go without scratching your nose for the rest of the day. Arms are dead already. So we're coming up to 90 seconds, guys. A minute and a half left. Then we get a breather. Nice work, guys. Keep focusing on that range of movement. A minute to go. Whew. Thirty seconds, last 30. Nice work, guys. All right, have a quick look at your screen. We're going to go into wall sit with a supine grip. So essentially you're doing an isometric sit on the wall, and then you're going to go into an overhead press, but with the palm always facing back towards you. So remember, it's a squat first. Once you've got the squat, then you're into your press. So squat, hold against the wall, and then a big squeeze on the abs, punch the sky, palm facing backwards, all right? So it's two of them, and then you're gonna do a lateral step up, so you're stepping sideways up onto the chair for two, and then we repeat both exercises on the left. Seated press for two, step up for two, and then it's 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 6, 6, 6, 6, and so on and so forth, as far as we can for 10 minutes. So give yourself a couple more seconds, grab a sip of water if you got it. I forgot my water today, so I'm just gonna have to pretend I have it. I'll Photoshop some water in. Okay, so grab your bell, have it nearby. Getting ready to go in a few more seconds. Okay, so I'll start the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, we got 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, choose, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So it's an isometric hold, 90-degree press. And we're going to maintain that. Stand laterally onto that chair. And remember, with the lateral step up, it's slow and it's controlled. Then we switch to the left and into the seated position. Quads are active, glutes are active, core is active. And we push the side. Maintain the left side. Hold on the shoulder. Lateral. Overhand ready. You have to maintain that tight abs in the wall sit in order to give yourself a base to push from. If your legs are too busy, you're not going to be able to whoosh you up. By sitting those abs just a little bit more with the wall sit. Force yourself, stay side on to step up. All about the leg that's on the chair. Then you push that to the side, just like we did on our warm-up Russian baby makers. And push aggressively to the sole of the foot that's on the chair. Not trying to whoosh yourself up. Foot that's on the ground, foot that's on the chair. Gonna have me some fun. Don't forget to brace those abs when you're pushing the floor down with the foot. Stay with it. Small bite, how to eat an elephant. One bite at a time. How to do 8 to 10 reps. 1 rep at a time. Takes you 5 to 6 seconds to do 1 perfect rep. And it takes you 5 to 6 seconds. Get so much more out of doing the rep correctly. Correct full range of movement. Correct muscle activation. Focus on the movement as opposed to just swinging it out and relying on momentum. Oh man, my shoulders are burning, my quads are burning, and I've only been what? 4 minutes in. 6 to go. Control. You're going from burn on the top of the quads, front of the quads, to a burn on the lateral, the outside of the quads and glute with the step up. We're getting full range, full muscle activation. Oh, we haven't moved off the spot. Isometric holds and complex movements. Everyone, justify lunch for dinner. This is your guy.
Counting days since my love up and got lost on me.
Control, control, control. You know what you doing this. Maintain that control. We're up the halfway mark. Feeling good. We're gonna moving with the correct focus, posture, technique, tempo.
I've been told that you're off my mind, but I hope I never lose the bruises that you left behind. Oh my Lord, I need you by my side. There must be something in the water, 'cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I could hold
4 minutes to go.
you'd keep my head from going under.
Hey. Oh yeah, can't wait. 10 rep round. Fun.
Maybe I'm just being blinded by the brighter side of what we are because it's over. Well, there must be something in the tide. I've been told to get you off my mind, but I hope I never lose the bruises that you left behind. Oh my Lord, I need you by my side. There must be something in the water, 'cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I could
Remember, if you can wiggle your toes
you'd keep my
on the isometric squat on the whole, you know you've got the weight on the correct part of your foot. Whenever you wiggle your toes, your weight is too far forward.
Your love I'm lost in, your love I'm lost in, your love I'm lost in. Inside of me is so exhausting. Your love I'm lost in, your love I'm lost in, your love I'm lost in. Even though I'm nothing to you, even though I'm nothing to you, there must be something wrong.
2 minutes to go. Stay with it, guys. This is definitely one of the toughest out of the 4.
'Cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I could hold you, you'd keep my head from going under. And if only I could hold you, you'd keep my head from going under.
Minute 20 to go. Focus on the muscles and the role they are playing in each movement. Visualize the contractions. Whatever helps you to visualize the movement pattern will also dial in your technique more effectively. Got 20 seconds left. Stay active. And rest. Woo! Okay. That burnt. Okay. So we're gonna give the lower body a little bit of a breather now. So we're gonna go into lying knee to elbow. So kettlebell is now removed from the situation. Chair is now in play fully. So we're going to lie on our backs, reach beyond our head, grab a hold of the legs of the chair, and we're aiming to draw our knees up to tip the points of our elbows. So left kneecap to left elbow and vice versa at the same time. So I'll just demo it here now. So on our back, arms up straight, holding onto the legs of the chair, draw the knees into the chest, roll the hips up, tip the kneecaps off the elbows, down and back out. After that, we're going to turn around. We're going to go into a plank in front of the chair on our hands, high plank, and then you're going to squeeze your abs. You're going to put yourself up on the chair and then back down onto the floor again into the plank position. And then we're going to go back to our knee to elbow, but this time both knees go across to one elbow. So two knees come across and sandwich the left elbow. And that's one, and then they go back down and out, and then they come in and hit the right elbow. And then we're going to go into shoulder taps, high plank, touch your shoulder, touch your shoulder. So 2 shoulders is 1 rep. So it's 16 shoulder touches. It's 8 minutes. We work our way through it, and the timer was still running. So let's get this timer backed up. Okay. Okay, so we got 8 minutes. Get yourself set, have your chair on the floor. Take yourselves down on the chair or on the floor. Grab a hold of those 2 chair legs. 8 minutes. Woo! 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the fun zone. Let's go. 8 reps. Knees to elbow. Control the extension back out again. As we draw the knees in and up. And then we control the extension again. So it takes you 1 to 2 seconds to come in and up and touch the elbows. It takes you 3 to 4 seconds to go back out and take the floor very lightly with the heels. Then I'm talking to what you've lost now. Repeat that 7. Every movement has a concentric and an eccentric. Concentric is the exertion and eccentric is the return back, holding the body against that resistance. So for example, an eccentric in a squat is on the way down, concentric is on the way up. Raise those abs on the high plank, chair to floor. Then we're back down onto the floor after the high plank. We're going to draw both knees to the one elbow. So it's a knee draw with a twist. And slow reps. That's the order of the day on this AMRAP. Slow reps. Because slow reps improves the time under tension. And if you've got the right technique with the right time under tension, you're in flavor country. Oh man. And then shoulder taps just to add insult to injury. And they're not speed shoulder taps, they're high plank, controlled shoulder taps. With the emphasis on keeping the hips steady and isolating those transverse abs. And we're already over 2 minutes in. And again, visualize what the abs are actually going through. Think about them on a stretch, how they're stretching out. Visualize in your head when you perceive a contracting muscle looks like and a stretching muscle looks like. And then overlay that on the movement pattern. And again, if you're struggling with it, you just decrease the range that you work with. So for example, it'll be knees to elbow, then knees to chest, and knees to both hips, and then knees just off the floor. So we always find that scale that works for us best. Here I am crawling around on the floor, my hands and knees. So this is all about the abs. Abs are burned even in the plank position. Go slow and with purpose. You're gonna make all the weird facial expressions. So we're coming up on halfway now, 4 minutes. 4 more delicious minutes. Each one to the last. When you're doing your plank work, whether it's shoulder taps or whether it's getting up on the chair, it's all about keeping those hips as steady as possible. So imagine you've got a full glass of water on your lower back. You don't want to spill it. That's why you got to squeeze those abs. Maintain that parallel plank with the floor. 3 minutes. Then we're into our last AMRAP for the day. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. I'm hurting too. Coming up on the last 2 minutes. Oh, my voice is so weird there. Over 18. Transverse abs, leaps. 90 seconds. Keep enjoying it. At the end of this, we go back to our lives. Oh. 1 minute. Oh, wow, that hurts. Whew. Shoulder taps. Whew. Come on, music, hide my crying. There we go.
Bounce. I got a little something for you. I got a little something for you. Ain't that thoughtful of me?
Oh,
You know I've been
25 seconds.
really wanting to give this to you. I got a little something for you. And I'll give you just 3 guesses to figure out just what it is. 'Cause I've been holding back so long, and my love is rolling strong. So take this tack, tear it off your rack, 'cause the gift that I got ain't going back. I got a little something for you.
3, 2, 1. Rest. Don't let it fool you. All right. We are going into our last one. Just cover that up so we can see what we're doing. So we got a lunge through. So what I want you to do here is nail your left foot to the floor. And you're gonna lunge forward like your legs are on train tracks. You're gonna maintain that width. So we're gonna lunge forward, drop the knee 1, lunge back, drop the knee 1. Lunge forward, drop 2, lunge back, drop 2. So forward and back is 1 rep. You've 2 to do. Then we're gonna go low plank, high plank, low plank, high plank. Every time you're up into the high plank is 1 rep, you got 2 to do. And then we got a prone TY. Lie on our tummy, arms out crucifix, thumbs to the sky, raise from the shoulders, up to a T, move forward 45 degrees, up to a Y, that's 1, back to a T, back to a Y, that's 2. We're looking to target the backs of the shoulders, shoulder health. If you're a swimmer, if you're a boxer, if you're doing anything, you're weightlifting, if you're anything overhead, you gotta have that shoulder strength, girdle strength, shoulder mobility. So it's important we get that in there. It's good for shoulder longevity as well. Okay, 8 minutes, and then you can get back to sending me your hate mail. I should send myself one. Okay, and we're adding 2 reps with every new round. So we'll go 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, just like the last one. Okay, 5 seconds, we're into lunge through. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have some fun. After the lunge through, it's low plank, high plank, 2 reps. Remember, it's a plank or anything. And after that, you lie down flat on your tummy. Lie. And we're up. And we're into our second round. We're going to go left side to forward. Don't worry, it'll all even itself out on the lunge throughs. So it's 4 reps on the lunge through. Then it's 4 reps on the high to low plank. And again, we slow it down. It's not about speed. It's about perfect range of movement, perfect technique, and core activation, and deliberate, controlled movements. Very small. 5 centimeters, 5 inches, 10, 12 centimeters. Gap on the lunge throughs. Try not to stop in the middle as you're passing from front to back lunge and vice versa. Try and keep it smooth, putting the emphasis through the sole of the foot. Squeezing the abs, pushing yourself away from the floor. Woo! Oh, man. Noise is coming out of me today. Use the whole palm of the hand, not just the heel of the hand on the floor. When you're doing your push, your high to low point. Coming up on 3 minutes gone, 5 to go. I'm the only one who forgets which leg I was using. Those abs tight on the high to low plank. Coming up on 3 minutes left. With me, guys, 2 minutes to go. This is where you start to have that little conversation with yourself and think, it's okay. I'll take the last 90 seconds off. Not happening. The last 90 seconds will be your best. Dial in. Focus on that technique. Focus on that posture. Focus on the muscles that are working. Those abs tight on the plank work. 40 seconds. Don't rush it. Sneaky one. Okay, so we're going to get into cool down stretch just after we manage to catch our breath and try and bring the heart rate down slightly through our breathing. In through nose, out through mouth. Nice work, guys. Okay, so we're going to get into a passive hang. So let's spread our feet as wide as possible. Soften the knees, put all the weight on your heels, stick your butt out the back, and drop the backs of the hands to the floor. So you're going to take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Relax the shoulder blades. Relax the shoulder sockets. Relax the middle back, the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings. And just completely fall into that stretch. And we are targeting the posterior chain. What's the posterior chain? Posterior chain is all the muscles on the back of your body in its simplest form. From the backs of the legs, backs of the heels, all the way up to the base of the neck. In through nose, out through mouth. And relax and let them just completely let go. Keep the heels down. Keep the knees soft. Keep the butt pushed out the back and let the arms just hang dead from the sockets. Okay, so we're now going to put your left knee on the floor. Put your right foot out in front. 2 hands on top of that knee. And then just tip the knee forward like a throttle. And we're feeling that stretch on the left hip flexor. Relax the shoulder blades. Let the body just sink forwards In through nose, in through nose, out through mouth, and just fall forwards. That's the one. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay, and very slowly come back up and then change knees. And again, keep that width on the feet just like you were lunging before. You got that rail gap. Whew. Taking a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, and again, just sink forward. And the emphasis here should be on the hip flexor on the right-hand side because your right knee is on the floor, but also on the left hamstring as well. And we're relaxing through the shoulder blades. And you're just doing a little recap in your head of what you've actually just committed, what you've achieved. Well done. Good, tough session. And I feed off you guys training alongside me, so thank you as well. Okay, guys, back to center. Big breath in through the nose, out the mouth. That's your lot. Days today. I've lost track. It's a Friday. Have a good weekend, and see you Monday.